Hello guys, welcome back. Today I'll be putting you through how to create a CBT or what we call the online exam on SkulEase management system. So to do that, you need to log in either as a teacher or as the admin. So log in. I'm going to log in as the admin here. So after logging in, I'm going to go to the side menu by the left hand side. I'll click on online exam. We have now under the online exam menu, we have the online exam, question bank, and the question group. Now, the online exam is where you create the exam. The question bank is where you set more questions that can be saved in your question bank for later use as well. Then the question group is where you group your questions. So first of all, I'm going to start with the question group. So I'll create a question group. I'll click on it. So I have some few question groups, but I'll just start. I'll just add another one. Let me see. We just had what question we should be asked? Actually, okay. We just had mathematics. Okay, let's just add basic science, basic science, basic science for GSS one. Basic science for GSS one. So we want to add. That's group. You can have as many group as you want. The purpose of the group is actually to help you group your questions together. For instance, questions that belongs to GSS one only be GSS one related. The ones for GSS two will not be GSS two, so that they won't be mixed up of you giving GSS two questions to GSS three. That's the purpose of the question group. So after adding the group, I'll come back to this question bank. Now, question bank is like a pool of questions where you can actually pick questions randomly for students to take exam. So this is a question bank. I have few questions here. So what I just need to do is add question or have input question inputs. If you have an Excel sheet where you have questions previously, you can just click on import question. It will prompt you to select your question and follow the instruction. You can first of all download the sample of the file, then follow the instruction and upload the file, and you'll be able to import the question bank. But we don't have that, so we are going to create our question individually. So I'll come to this add question. Now it's asking me to select section, so I want to do select for section. Basic. I'll just do for basic 4. I think I have student for basic 4. So the subject is going to be mathematics, and I'll click on filter. Then this will load the interface for me. Now I have this. We have 4 different types of question type. We have a single choice. This one allows only one choice is correct, while the rest are wrong. Multiple choice, you can have more than one correct answer. While true and false, it works with either true and false. Then we have the descriptive. We'll tour around the few that we have, the 4 of them. For the single choice, I want to set a question. So the question I can just say is either maybe the question level, either hard or medium or hard. Now the question group, I'm going to select the question group I created, basic science, JSS1, basic science. So the subject let me just change the subject. Okay, there's no basic science, but there's no problem. So I'll just use basic science. The mark, I can say the mark is 2 marks. Then the question is, let's say 4 plus 4. Then option 1 can be 7, option 2 can be 8, option 3 can be 5, and option 4 can be 3. The correct option is option 2, so I'll select option 2 here, which is 8. 4 plus 5 is 8, and I'll save this. So question save. Now the next thing to do now is, let's try the multiple choice. So the multiple choice also allows you to select medium. The question is still basic science. Then the mark can still be 2. Then the question is, what gives 5? Then the option can be 2 plus 3, 2 plus 2, then we have 4 plus 1, and 5 plus 1. Then the answer, the correct answer is 2 plus 3 will give us option 1 and option 3. So I'm going to check option 1 and option 3. Then I'll save this. Save successfully. Then I can still do another one. Let's just try the true and false. I will pick that to be hard. Question level is basic science. Mark is still 2. Then the question is true or false. 7 plus 3 equals to 11. True or false? The answer is false, and I'll save this. So now we've already added all these things. So if I go back to the question list now, the question list will show all the questions I just added. Can you see? Basic science, basic science, basic science. These are all the questions I've added. There are questions under basic science. The subject is this, the question group is this, and the subject is this. And these are the choice. Now, if I want to create an online exam, all I just need to is come to the online exam. I can just click on add online exam. The title of the exam can be basic science, basic, or let me just say midterm test. And this section is primary. The class is for basic 4. The subject is basic science and technology. The start date, I will leave that for today. The end date, I can just leave that to maybe Tuesday, which is tomorrow. Then start time can be, this is 9:20 p.m. Yeah, it can be 9:30 p.m. We just change to 9:15 p.m. Then the end time is 12 a.m. Now, this is when the exam is going to start and when the exam is going to end. The period, the duration that the exam is going to be available to students. That's the start and the end time. The duration is how many minutes is the exam. The duration can just be, let's say 10, or let's just put 1 minute. I think 1 is okay. 1 minute. So now okay, 1 minute. Okay, let's just say 30 minutes, 60 seconds. Yeah, it's okay like this. Then the limits of participation is how many times can a student attempt that test? So we'll limit it to 2. Then mark type is a percentage or fixed. If it is percentage, it's going to be marked based on percentage over 100, but if it is fixed, it's just give it a fixed score. So I'll go with fixed. Then the passing mark can be 50%, can be 50, can be anything. You can set the pattern. The instruction you want to give, instruction can be read all questions before answering. Then the exam time is free, it's not paid. If it's paid, you can set it paid, then the amount you want to charge for the exam, but it's free. So the question type is fixed or random. I'm going to choose random so that it can shuffle the question randomly. Then publish results is automatically, if it is automatically immediate, the results will be given to the student immediately. So but we'll just choose manually. Then negative marking is not applicable, so you can disable that. Mark display, if you want it to display the mark, you check and check. Then I'll save this. Now under the exam list, can you see we already have the exam mid test, which is here. Primary the class, which is primary 4, and the thing is here. So I can decide to add questions to it, edit it, or view the questions attached to it. Since there are no questions attached to it, I don't need to view, so I can just click on add question. So I'll click on add question. Then these are options for me to filter. Now the essence of the question group that we did earlier can actually be applicable here. Now the question group, I want to go for basic science questions only. I can filter based on question. Can you see it will only give me basic science question group for GSS1. So question type, either single choice, question level, whichever way you want to filter, you can do that here. But now I'm filtering based on question group, which is basic science that we did. And I'm going to select all these subjects and I'll click on assign. clicking on assign. So information has been saved successfully. So if I go back to the online exam and I check the question view, it will show me the questions that are attached to it. These are the questions assigned to the exam. Then I can go back. Now this exam is still not visible to the student because it's not published yet. So for the students to access it, you need to publish and make this exam status go to live. So when I check this back to live, the exam goes live. And when students log in, they'll be able to access the exam. Now let's log in as a student and the see how the exam will look like. So I'm logging in as students. Logging as students. So I'm logging in as a student now. So as a student, after logging in, if I come to um, online exam, I'll be able to see the available exam. Can you see now? This is already taken and I submitted. This exam is closed from based on the time duration. Why this one is still live? So I can take this exam now. So if I click on take exam, I get to see the instruction that was stated. I read all the instructions before answering. The start time, the end time, the title of the exam, then the class, the subject of the exam, which is basic science and technology, number of times, and the duration is there. So I click on start exam. Now the exam starts. The timer starts from 1 minute. It's already counting down. So now the question has been shown. 7 plus 3 is what? 7 plus, oh sorry, question 1, 7 plus 3 equals to 11. True or false? You know, when we're setting our question, this is not the first question. It has already shoveled the question for the students. So if I decide to say, oh, it is true, and I click on next question, it marks this has been answered. Then 4 plus 4 equals to 8. Okay, I click on next. It's then have the next one, which is gives 5, 2 plus 3, and 2 plus 2. Now I can decide to go back to the previous questions or complete my answer. So once I click on complete, to automatically submit the exam. Your exam has been submitted successfully, already taken. So I can't take this exam again. It's already disabled. So the only thing I can now be waiting for is my exam results. Now, if you go back to the admin, the admin can decide to make results visible or not. So if you want to make the results visible for the students to see, just click on make results visible. Are you ready? Then say sure. Then it is there. So they can do the exam. So the result is visible student, and the student can come back and be able to access and see the results of their exam. Can you see results published, view results? So the student can now view the exam results, and the exam result is already showing total mark, questions, the results which is filled. Total mark obtained is 2, score is 33.3%, and that's all. Thank you for watching.